Okay, call me crazy, but honestly, I'm convinced that Isabelle from Animal Crossing is one of the reasons I'm even still alive today. I'll explain that though later in the story. Alrighty, so as a bit of context, this story happens at around the same time as the car accident video I made. If you haven't watched that one, you totally should. So, in that video, I talked a little bit about how I just got into this car accident and I realized a bunch of things about myself. I don't really want to spoil it because it's a very interesting video. You should totally watch it. And after this car accident, I found myself feeling kind of like depressed for a little bit, actually a lot bit for a really long time. I don't know, maybe between like a week and a month or something like that. I mean, it's been a little while, it's kind of a blur. However, alongside the big thing that I realized about myself, I was also dealing with something else. Now, this is kind of like a weird thing to admit, alright? So like, for as long as I can remember, I've always been like a huge sucker for cute things. I mean, like, who isn't? I mean, that's human nature. Everyone likes cute things, you know, that's just how it is. However, for some reason, I was like absolutely ashamed of liking cute things for like the majority of my life, and I really don't know why. If I had to guess, maybe it has something to do with, I don't know, my upbringing or something. Maybe I just thought that that wasn't something that you were supposed to talk about. I mean, I don't really know, but for me it was like really rough. And during this super like soul-searchy time of my life after this car accident, this was one of the things that was really plaguing me. And it was also around that time when I started to tell my friends, specifically my online friends, a lot about myself. It's giving hashtag oversharing. So yeah, one day I decided to come to terms with who I was deep down inside, come to terms with my identity. And I decided to accept the fact that I liked cute things. I was no longer going to be in denial about it. I was going to face it like a man, alright? So that's what I did. I got on a call with a friend late one night, and I was getting ready to tell him. I was hyping myself up. I was thinking, alright, I gotta hope he's going to accept me because, you know, what if he like hates me and like freaking doxes me and then kills me or something? You know what I mean? Like anything could happen, okay? And you know, as I'm hyping myself up, it felt like, you know, I was getting ready to like freaking come out of the closet or something, even though it was completely normal and human. I mean, let's be honest, there's nothing wrong with liking cute things, right? Again, it's a human thing. I mean, that's, to be human is to like cute things. It's just how it is, bro. And if you don't like cute things, then you're probably not human, but that's besides the point. So, you know, I finally worked up the courage. I told him, said something along the lines of, oh, you know, like things like Hello Kitty, low-key, I think that's cute or something. I don't even really remember exactly what I said, but I remember mentioning Hello Kitty and saying that I thought Hello Kitty was cute. I was so freaking embarrassed. I was super embarrassed. I don't know why. I had just never opened up about that ever in my entire life. So like take that into consideration, I suppose. I mean, for the average person, this probably wouldn't be that big of a deal, but for me, it's like I never talked about this sort of stuff. So for me to be saying this to another living, breathing human being, it felt like I was literally coming out of the closet, even though I really wasn't. And of course, he thought it was kind of weird, not because I was admitting something weird. It was just like, that's not really something that you should have to open up about. It's not something you gotta come out for, you know? It's like, okay. It's like someone coming out as like liking the taste of chocolate. It's like, okay, I like it too, I guess. Cool, man, thanks. But I mean, like, whatever though. This was like a really big experience for me or whatever. It meant a lot to me. And after quote unquote coming out, I started to feel a lot freer about my interest in cute things. I started to feel so much better about my identity and who I was deep down inside. It was beautiful, dude. It felt like self-discovery or something. It felt like I was liberated, all right? And you know, now that I felt so free and liberated and free to express myself, I started to try to find ways to exercise this newfound discovery of mine, right? And one of the main things that I went after was art, which makes sense. I really liked cute art, so I started dabbling in that. Most of it was kind of weird to me. It was still like something that I had to train myself to get used to, because I mean, I don't know why, but whenever I'd like, like look at anything like that, it like something I felt like I wasn't supposed to be looking at, or something that I felt like I'd be judged for while looking at it, I'd like blush profusely, even if I was completely alone, which is like really weird because I mean, like whatever, but it was like this weird thing, and I was trying to think, okay, I have to aim for something like a little bit smaller, I gotta get some gateway art, you know what I mean? You gotta start small, work your way up to the hard stuff, you feel me? And out of everything that I looked at, the one thing that I loved the most was like this cute fan art of Isabelle from Animal Crossing. Now look, the reason why I even looked into this in the first place was because, I had recently been playing a bit of Animal Crossing, really fun game. I was playing Animal Crossing New Horizons. I also own New Leaf. Both of them are great games, but this was kind of like the main inspiration for me looking at art of specifically Isabelle. And starting out, it was really hard to find fan art of Isabelle that wasn't sexualized. And that's kind of interesting because, like, dude, she's a freaking animal, okay? And she's like the most purest, most perfect character ever. So like, why would you even want to draw that of her? I mean, I don't freaking know. And that was like something that made me really uncomfortable, but whatever, right? Eventually, I did finally find a few different things here and there. I ended up making a Pinterest account specifically just to look at Isabelle fan art that was safe for work, because everywhere else that I looked, it was so, they drew her way out of proportion, and it just felt kind of like wrong. I don't know. It felt kind of perverted, even though I wasn't really looking at it like that. It was just like, I don't know how to feel about this one, So I had to go filtering through Pinterest, trying to find all of like the good ones, So over time, I amassed like a solid 500 plus images or so of just Isabelle fan art. Pretty much only on Pinterest, maybe a few other websites here and there, but it was like mainly Pinterest. This like was a part of my like lifestyle at this point, It's basically like every single morning I'd wake up, I'd browse for like 6 hours or more, and then I'd start my day. Like, dude, I was completely and totally obsessed with this freaking character. And it was just like, it was all I could think about. All I could think about was Isabelle from Animal Crossing. Oh my gosh. It was insane. I would dedicate so many hours every single day for like probably a solid month or so, just to looking for Isabelle fan art, just to look at it, and just to admire how freaking adorable she was. I mean, like, yeah, dude, like, I was obsessed. All I could think about was Isabelle, 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 Isabelle. And this got so freaking crazy, okay? Because I'd get to the point where, since I was looking at it so much, I'd get, like, these, like, weird flashes in my head of Isabelle. I'd be seeing, like fan art that I had seen, and it was just like freaking flashbanging my brain, dude, and like I couldn't like drown it out. It was almost like an intrusive thought, except like I liked it, and I really wanted it to keep happening, and it was like kind of nice, you know what I mean? Like every single time I was stressed, I would just like think about like Isabelle fan art from memory, because it was like I had developed a photographic memory specifically just for that. As a matter of fact, my brain was inventing new fan art that I had never even seen before. It was like combining the things I had already seen and mashing them together to create new things. And it was like, it was wonderful. It was wonderful. And I could see them all in perfect detail. I mean, like everything, man. Like HD, 4K, surround sound, dude. Everything. It was freaking beautiful. And it doesn't stop there. This wasn't just like a thing in my head or whatever, okay? I even started hallucinating Isabelle. This is getting really healthy now, isn't it? Yeah, indeed. Very, very healthy. I started hallucinating Isabelle. It's like every single time I'd be in the shower or something, I'd look at a wall or something, and I'd space out for a second, and then I swear I could see Isabelle in front of me. I could just like see her on the wall. It was like pattern recognition kind of, and then my brain was like filling in the gaps and like just putting Isabelle there, or let's say for example, I was going for a walk. Okay, I was going for a walk, and I'd see like a pile of leaves or something, and then I just like, that's Isabelle right there. I know that guy. It was absurd, man, but it was like, I don't know, it was like, it kind of felt like vaguely therapeutic, you know? Additionally, like, if I was at work or something, like, the same thing would happen. Like, I worked this job at a high school, and I would just genuinely see Isabelle, like, everywhere. And it wasn't like, and you know, it wasn't like an actual, like, hallucination, like, psychosis or anything where I thought it was real. It was like, obviously I knew it was fake or whatever, and it only ever happened for like a split second or so, but it was like, I don't know, it's like every single time I saw it, it was like a reminder that Isabelle was with me and that she cared for me and that she wanted what was best for me and that she was going to help me get through this, you know, help me get through this rough time after this car accident and help me get through this depression. And, you know, like whenever I was at work, I'd look at fan art every single chance that I got, dude. It was like, if my boss wasn't looking and, you know, I was kind of an idle, I'd just go on my phone and I'd start scrolling on Pinterest trying to find even more Isabelle fan art. It was wonderful. Now, okay, this is becoming a trend in a lot of my videos. I also do have to preface, okay, because I know for a fact I'm probably going to get some sort of weird comments about it. No, I am not attracted to Isabelle, okay? My love for Isabelle is strictly sexual. Not kidding, it's platonic, okay? I don't have any sort of weird feelings for Isabelle. I just think she's a really adorable and pure and innocent character, and she's just awesome, dude. You know, after this car crash, I genuinely, and okay, I don't say this lightly, don't think about this as a hyperbole, okay? But after I got in this car accident, I wanted to kill myself, dude. It was like such a horrible time. I was dealing with so many different complex emotions and feelings and emo doodads in my brain, and I just wanted to free myself, bro. And Isabelle fan art, it came in clutch, man. It was like a way to numb that feeling. It was a way to forget about that. It was a way to forget that I had made this mistake while driving, and it was a way for me to just escape from reality for a moment, you know? And look, okay, I get that in a sense, right? If it weren't for me obsessing over Isabelle fan art, I probably would have just obsessed over something else entirely, which would have definitely still helped me get over it, but still, in a way, just in this context, you know, kind of saved my life. She was the one who helped me get through that time. She was the one who kept me from killing myself. She was the one who helped me get over my depression. She was my guardian angel, bro. She was my guardian angel. Dude, I obsessed over Isabelle for like a month straight, probably even longer, actually, come to think of it. On my main account, I like set my profile picture as Isabelle for like a really, really long time, and like people would point it out to me constantly. I was like, dude, why is Isabelle your profile picture? Are you like gooning to Isabelle? No, okay. First of all, no, but whatever. Over time, you know, I eventually did get over this whole Isabelle obsession, but I kind of did it intentionally because I kind of just felt like it was time to move on. I felt like Isabelle had kind of served her purpose. Not to say I was ditching her. I still really like Isabelle as a character, and I still think she's adorable, and even from time to time I do look at fan art of her, but it's just like it's not the same as it was, like my obsession and everything. So yeah, definitely, you know, Isabelle, still by far my favorite Animal Crossing character because she's just so adorable. She's so cute, so pure, so innocent, so freaking awesome, and I will never stop loving her. Hashtag platonic, hashtag friendship, hashtag something else. I don't know, man. Now, okay, if I have to give any sort of word of advice or whatever from my personal anecdote here, all I'm going to say is that if you're going through a rough time, please, I beg of you, lean into your hobbies, okay? Especially if you can, try to pick up a new hobby to dedicate your time to, because I can assure you, dude, it will heal you. It will heal you in ways that you could never even imagine, bro. It will be beautiful. It will be marvelous. And you will know true happiness. And for me, my hobby was obsessively searching for fan art of Isabelle, okay? And sure, for me, you know, it did kind of go in sort of a weird route. Wait, weird route. Did you guys get that one? My fault. I didn't mean to do that. But it did take sort of a weird route, and then I started like low-key hallucinating Isabelle and yada yada yada. I'm sure you guys could probably do without that part, but you know, hey man, you do you. The world is your oyster, you feel me? Anywho though, also got some more fan art of me I want to show you guys. I'll just go ahead and put that on the screen. Really, really cute, really awesome. People have been drawing me as femboys a lot. I don't know why, man. I don't know why, man. That's like crazy. Honestly beats me. Anyways though, thank you very much for watching my video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!